All right, go ahead.
Hi, Talia. How have you been?
Hi, I've been pretty good. I didn't feel very good the past few days, but I'm feeling better today.
I'm sorry. Have you thought more about what we talked about last session?
Yeah, I've been thinking less about the church and I feel like I'm in a better place than I was a few weeks ago.
Well, that's nice to hear. Let's see. I oh, crap. One sec. Sorry, I spaced. I lost my train of thought.
No worries.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Um, so that sounds like a change you made. Are there any other changes you've been thinking of lately?
Yeah, I live in the dorms right now, so I need to find a place to live, preferably like an apartment to sublet or like roommates to live with. And I need to figure that out by probably soon because I need to my contract ends in June, so I need to find a place to move before then.
So that sounds like it might be some stressful information to process.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to look or how to start really. I'm kind of nervous about finding people that I like to live with.
Well, sounds like if I hear you correctly, you're feeling the stress of having to move out soon
Mhm.
because you are unsure of where you want to live or who you want to live with,
Yeah.
but you don't want to live in the dorms anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a way more expensive than is worth it, and moving out on my own would be a lot cheaper.
So that would be a desire then.
Yeah, so the goal would be to hopefully find a place to live by, like, May or April, just, like, a few months before I actually have to move out if that's even possible.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a desire for the change, a need for the change.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
Well, that sounds like it would be good for you if you want to. It sounds like it would be good to change things up. Change is
Yeah,
good.
and I'm planning on staying in Bellingham over the summer. I'm not gonna, go back, and live with my parents for a few months. So I really wanna find a place, that's good that I can stay in, through the summer and then all through next year.
Stability is good. Having not change is good, but not too much change. Too
Yeah.
much change can be a lot for people.
Yeah, because I mean, I just moved into the dorms in September, so I feel like I'm adjusted, but I'm nervous to really, like, go out and find a place that, on my own, that's not connected to the school.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you have the right idea and you're um interested and positive about the idea you're trying to obtain.
Yeah,
It's like a good.
I've been slacking. I feel like it's almost March and I'm getting kinda nervous that I haven't been looking yet, and I'm also nervous about, like, how much it's gonna cost. Because right now, I have student loans that are paying for basically, like, my room and board, so I'm not paying, like, monthly rent right now. Of course, I'll be, like, paying it back later, but within a staying somewhere else, I'll be, like, paying it monthly out of what I make from my job.
uh, so finance is a huge factor
Yeah.
in the change that
Yeah,
is
and
going to
I'll
happen.
have to figure out a place that I can afford with because I only work part-time. I don't want I already have other bills to pay as well, so I'm a little stressed about that.
Yes. Well, money can be a factor in this life.
Mhm.
Everything runs off money.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, um, So, do what you talked about trying to find people to live with. Have you considered living alone? Is that
I
because
would
I
like
know
to.
sometimes.
I just don't think I could afford a place on my own. Like, I think the only option would be to find a place, like a either a house or an apartment with other people already in it, because I can't afford
Okay.
like thousands of dollars of rent a month. Although I would like to move, like it'd be nice, it would be ideal to move in by myself, but it's just not realistic right now.
True. I was gonna I was gonna say that they sometimes have places where you can move into individual bedrooms, but I guess you're still living with people then.
Yeah, yeah, that would be the goal is to get just like to get a room in a place. And hopefully it wouldn't be too expensive if they're depending on how many people are living there.
So, let's see. So, based on what you've told me, do you feel confident that you're gonna be able to make the change on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say it's a 10. Um, because I don't really like I have a choice, but like I'm not living in the dorms next year. Like I'm not applying to live in the dorms, so my only option would be to find a place on my own. So I really like I don't really have a choice. Like I really have to. I've already made up my mind that I'm going to not be living in the dorms again. So yeah,
Okay.
it's
So
either
it
that
seems
or
like you
move back home, and I'm not doing that. So
so it seems like you've made up your mind is set. It's just figuring out all the other things that go along with making the change.
mhm.
And that's what's causing the stress.
Yeah.
Not the fact that you haven't made up your mind, but all the other aspects of it.
Yeah, and I kind of made up my mind before I even moved here that I was only gonna live in the dorms the first year and then find a place to live outside of that. So it's been easier not having to like make a decision. I feel like I had already made the choice earlier.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you have a lot on your plate, but at the same time, you're confident with the decisions you've made, and you know you have a process of getting through the other changes in a way that would be healthy and cut down on stress.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good to hear.
We are at 8 minutes.
Okay. Well, I think that is all the time we have for today.
Mhm.
Thank you for meeting with me, and I hope you have success in your move.
Thank you. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Talk to you in a little bit. Bye.
All right. All right. Hi, Courtney. It's good to see you
Hi,
again.
Talia. Good to see you too.
How have you been since our last conversation?
I've been good, good. I had my birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy
I
belated
turned
birthday.
22. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that was fun. I'm having a party this weekend with my family.
Very nice. Did you guys do anything to celebrate last night?
We had some. I got my a piece of my favorite cake, red velvet.
Nice. Fun. I love
It's
red
like one of
velvet.
my favorite cakes.
Great. Well, this week I wanted to focus on something in your life that you would like to change, possibly. So, is there anything right now that you really would want to focus on?
Probably getting better at taking my medicine more consistently.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So how often do you take your or how off? What's the routine that you're supposed to follow?
Well, I have a pill box that it weekly fills up. I just forget to grab the pill box
Right.
and I don't think about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, right.
Do you have a specific time that you need to take the medication?
Generally, you're supposed to take them with breakfast, but I forget.
Right. Right. Okay. So from what you're saying, you have medications that are required to take with a certain meal. and you have a pill box for them to keep track of that, but even with that, you still struggle with remembering to take the pills at the right time and every day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so, what would you like to? You want to take the pills on time. Um, let's see. What might this change look like for you? So, what steps do you have in mind to take that might help you reach your goal?
Possibly moving my pill box to my bedroom so I can take them once as soon as I wake up.
Right. Okay. So, you don't keep your pill box in your bedroom right now. Where do
No,
you keep it?
in the medicine cabinet in my kitchen.
Okay. And that has all of your, okay. So, really, you have to make a conscious like thought, oh, I have to take my pills right now
Yeah,
to be able to go to the cabinet and
yeah,
grab them.
yeah.
Okay. Um, so tell me about what happens when you don't take your pills on time. Does anything happen
I
physically,
get
emotionally?
really, I get really hyper,
Okay,
and I also can get really depressed.
got it.
It it affects my mood a lot.
Okay,
But if I take my pills too late, then I don't sleep.
okay. So if you miss it at if you miss taking your pills at a certain time, then you worry about taking them later because you won't be able to sleep. So you end up just not taking them at all
Yes,
for the day.
yes. But
Okay,
I want to do it consistently because I don't like how hyper and how low my mood gets when I don't take them. I I know I need to take them. It's just the act of taking them.
yeah. Have you taken any concrete steps or have you had any ideas as to, uh, other than putting the pill box in your room, of ways that you could possibly remember to take them?
My family reminds me when they remember.
Okay, that's good. So you have a support system who knows that you have to take a certain medications and they know, and sometimes they'll remember when you
Yes,
and they'll remind you.
yes,
Okay. So it sounds like you obviously want to make this change and you've been thinking about it, but as of right now, you don't have any real plans or commitment um, yet to accomplish this.
yes.
Okay. Okay. And I think the goal for you would be to just make the taking the pills a regular part of your life where you're not having to think about it.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not confident at all, and then 10 being very confident, how confident are you that you'll be able to make some improvements and changes of taking your medications?
Probably an 8
8. Okay. Why do you say an 8?
because if it were a 10, that would imply I've never had a problem doing it before.
Okay.
So I feel like it'd be unrealistic to say 10 if I have had problems remembering.
Mhm. Okay. So, if nothing changes as far as taking your medications on time, what do you think is the worst that could happen?
I get sick,
Yeah, and you
or
don't.
so the pill bottle says. I have yet to see
Right.
if that's true.
Okay, so you haven't felt and I mean besides not being able to sleep and feeling less
Yeah,
more hyper and
yeah,
more sad,
yeah,
you haven't felt extreme side effects of not taking them.
yeah.
Okay. Do you think that do you think that that in any way gets in the way of you not remembering to take them? The fact that there are no um, long-term hardcore side effects that you've seen so far besides just your general mood?
That might be because even with the meds, my mood, my it doesn't completely cut down on the hyperness.
Right. Okay.
It's not a fix, so
Mhm. So your medications basically just keep you at a certain level, but that level doesn't necessarily solve your problems.
pretty much.
Okay. Okay. And this may be obviously, like I said before, contributing to not being too concerned about taking the
Yeah.
medications. Have you talked to your how long have you been taking these?
Oh Lord. Meds in general or these ones specifically?
We can do meds in general, but also these specifically.
Probably since I was about 7.
Okay. So a long time.
Yeah.
Have you always had just struggles with remembering to take them?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that the idea to put the pill box in your bedroom would be really helpful. That way, when you wake up or whenever you're in your room at all, because you're in your room pretty often, I'm assuming that's where you sleep.
Yes.
It'll be easy to see it and really just remember to take it. I have a personal story about that. Would you mind if I share?
Sure.
Okay, great. I also take a variety of medications, and I also use a pill box because I find myself, if I don't have it right there in front of me, I will forget. If I have to reach into a drawer and get the pills out each day, I feel like I don't really take them on time. So I have a pill bottle that I fill up once a week that I keep on my bedside table so that when I wake up, it's pretty much the first thing that I see. And I also set an alarm on my phone. I don't always take it right away, but I set an alarm on my phone for at least a few of them so that I'm getting one reminder of seeing it and then another reminder of from my phone that I have on me pretty much at all times. So that's what helps me. It's obviously would not might not help everyone, but I would be happy to explore other ideas. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but I really appreciate you talking to me, and I will see you later.
See you later.